family? It's your girl, Lani G. You know, we have to give it a period. And also, we're going to acknowledge, I know y'all going to look, and it may just be me being overly concerned, but we going to get it done, okay? But peace, y'all. I am Lani G, the CEO and founder of Loving the Journey with Lani G, and I am here as serving in my role as spiritual mentor and intuitive healer for Black women. I help Black women learn who they are, what they need, and how to align with their life's vision. And here on this channel, we talk about all things healing, all things holistic wellness, all things, you know, getting yours together. You feel me? And speaking of that, my application's closed this Friday. So if you see this video live as I'm dropping it, because it's a little late today, my apologies. But if you see this video today, make sure you get your application in now. Okay, I have a few consultations left for this week. You know, applications closed very soon. We get started next Monday, and I want you to be I want you to be a part of our group. Okay, and so today I want to talk to you about well, you already seen the title, sis. You seen the title. We talking about why it's so hard to be authentic, you know, embracing authenticity as a Black woman on your healing journey. And so I want to preface this with talking about how difficult it is to practice living in your truth as you are healing. And first and foremost, it's difficult because we will be ever evolving. And so first there's this piece of getting to know the new you and then showcasing that new you to the people around you, to the world. You know, if you have a platform like myself, it's just sometimes you have to gauge, like, is this something I need to be telling people that I've changed, or is this something that I'm just going to embrace for myself? You know, is this going to be forever? Is this just now? All of that. And so, but what we're kind of talking about holistically here is embracing your authentic, you know, reality in regards to your lifestyle. And so as you heal, you know, I just had a client session last night where she was talking about, you know, my family really is actively rejecting, you know, me talking about who it is that I am now. What are the things that I believe? She's raising a daughter and her family's like, no, thank you. I don't like the way you're doing that, right? And so everybody's gonna have their opinions. And when we're dealing with family, it's really hard to be authentic with your family. And then, you know, usually your friends, it's easier because your friends meet you as you are for the most part. These have been lifelong friends. It can be like, we definitely have those people who is like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, and you can't really share some of the exciting things that you realize or come to realization about as you heal. So there's a lot that is going into this topic. So there's a lot of layers to this, but I genuinely want to talk about why it's really difficult for us to embrace our authenticity, because as you know, I share pretty often, the why is what's really most important. And so think about your child self, that we were always asking why. Well, why is that? Why is that? And so the more we can understand why it's difficult to be authentic, the more we can kind of overcome the difficulties or the challenges that come with embracing your own authenticity. So let me know if that's making sense in the comments. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna make somebody into this video, but I'm treating this like a lab right now. All right, so first and foremost, it's difficult for us to embrace our authenticity because as children, our authenticity may have been rejected. And, you know, when you're a child, you can't conceptualize that people have their own wounds and their own things that they're going through. And that's why they're rejecting your braveness or your, you know, just you being you. People reject what they don't want to see within themselves sometimes. So as a kid, you don't know that. So we have internalized that this is what's going to happen again. And it's going to hurt a lot if I choose to be authentic in this moment. And we kind of like we're on center stage and we just feel like people are going to point and laugh. People are not going to like me. People, you know, very much into this people pleasers, you know, type of energy, which can tend to be a little manipulative. You want to show up as what people will accept, and that's a lot of work. You are manipulating things. You are manipulating yourself, you're manipulating others to have them believe that you are somebody that you're not. And so really realizing that that's what we're doing, we can kind of take a step back and say, do I want this person in my life if they don't value all of me or appreciate and accept all of me? I guess I'll take away appreciate, because there's some things I don't appreciate about people that I love, but I'm willing to accept them because I love them and I want them in my life. Okay. But that's not everybody. That's not everybody. So it's really important for us to understand, you know, when we're having these relationships, these close relationships, or maybe work relationships or whatever relationship, when it's time to be authentic, why you may resist that, it's important for you to understand why that's happening. And so that you can see, okay, what am I trying to hide? So if you're dating somebody new and you're not wanting to show your true self, are you planning to turn it on when you get married? When are you planning to turn it on? When are you planning to show your real self? And so we need to ask ourselves these questions so that we can really practice authenticity. And it's not, you know, unbeknownst to me that Black women have it very difficult when it comes to being ourselves, because we already have all these filters that people look at us through. And so when we show up as ourselves and, you know, allow ourselves to be, you know, whatever we identify as, because Black women and Black people are not a monolith, like we're not all the same. We have to really let go of the other's perception. And honestly, it can be very triggering, because you don't want people to say the things that you know they're going to say, but it's like, ultimately, are you going to internalize that, or are you going to let that go? And so we're being asked when it's time to, you know, be authentic, we're being asked to choose ourselves. And ultimately, y'all know that that's what it's about. That's what I teach on this channel. That's what I teach in my mentorship. That's what I teach and, you know, talk about in my life and try to model in my life, is what it looks like to choose yourself in every moment. And not in this sense of like, it doesn't matter what anybody else is going through or what it is that they need, but we gotta choose ourselves. You are living your life, and it's really important for you to be up here, and then for the things that come after that and the people that come after that to come after that. You can't take care of nobody else if you ain't taking care of yourself. And it's a lot of work to be somebody else, which is what you're doing when you're being inauthentic. It's a lot of work to be somebody else for somebody else so that they can maybe accept you more or love you more or whatever. So this is, again, we need to know why we're showing up in this way. It's the more we learn why we're doing it, the better we can show up, the more we can show up in our authenticity, the more we can, you know, choose a different reality, because ultimately this is how we create our realities. Sorry, y'all, it's something in my eye, Jesus. Disrespectful. But ultimately, I know, you know, we can raise our hands and say, hi, my name is Lani, and I'm here for People Pleasers Anonymous. You know, we are recovering people pleasers, and that's okay. We don't have to be that person anymore. And as I've shared in recent videos, and probably will share again, we are constantly evolving, and it's okay to allow ourselves to be a new version of ourselves. And as you heal, there's going to be many different layers you're going to be peeling back, or just in general, many different things you're going to decide to do or be drawn towards. And you have to allow yourself to be drawn towards those things rather than rejecting it because it's something you've never done before, or it's not how you've been defined before. You be authentic. You are authentic when you show up as you in that moment, the you that wants to be in that moment, not, you know, changing who you are, not being a chameleon. You know, we Libras, we know how to do that. Okay. But doing what feels most authentic to you, doing what feels most in alignment with your heart, doing what feels most joyful, what feels most peaceful, what feels most, you know, you. So your call to action today is actually for you to, after you watch this video, to live today in your most authentic journey, reality, authentic. There's another word I'm trying to think of. It's not coming to my mind right now. You know, Mercury is about to go retrograde. Okay. There's a little delay in the intellect. But anyway, I want you today, whenever you watch this video, if you watch this before you go to sleep, this don't count. Watch it again tomorrow rising, and then do it tomorrow throughout the entire day, and be your most authentic self throughout the day. Ask yourself, like, question, when you feel yourself doing something that feels like icky, like this is not what I want to do, challenge it and do what your most authentic self will do. Okay, that is your call to action on today. And be sure to let me know in the comments how that went for you. I am challenging myself to do this today and really, really show up as my authentic self and be reminded that it's okay. It's okay. I remind myself of that. So you remind yourself of that. I'm reminding you of that. And make sure, again, if you are interested in the Get Yourself Together program, applications close in 2 days. You do not want to miss this opportunity. And You know, if you're not ready for a coaching program yet or a mentorship program yet, that's okay. You can take advantage of my free resource, the 2021 Reflection Workbook. This is a powerful resource to help you break down 2021, reflect on 2021, and set intention for 2022. This is a beautiful year that we have energetically among us. And it's only if we show up intentionally that we'll be able to experience that. So I want us to show up more intentionally in our lives because, you know, moving mindfully through the life, moving with more intention and love and, you know, clarity through our life is going to make a difference. It makes a big difference. And this workbook breaks down how you can start to do that starting this year. So thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed this content. Leave a comment if you really was, what was really resonating with your spirit on today. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the post bell notification so you know when I drop future videos. And I will see you tomorrow, sis. Okay? I'm going to see you tomorrow, right? Yeah. All right. See you tomorrow. Make sure you keep on loving the journey. Peace.